Hi gang, Bill Greenberg from PhoneScholar.com. It is Tuesday, May 18th, and here's some of the things that are going on. Local hospital, Reston Hospital in Florida, is using texting to announce ER waiting time, and it's really cool. All you have to do is text the word ER to their number, 23,000, and they will text you back the wait time in their current emergency room. It's a really cool concept. In Miami, there's actually a number of hospitals locally that have that. So you could actually pick and choose the hospital you want to go to based on the wait time, which I know out here in Southern California, I have 4 or 5 hospitals in the area. If I had that, it would make it a no-brainer which one to go to, and because you never know which one's going to be busy than the other. They do make sure to recommend that you only use this for non-emergency, non-life-threatening things. If it's life-threatening, of course, call 911 and get that done right away. Amazon, it jumps into Android land. Amazon is creating an app for their for the Google smartphones, any Google smartphone, that you can download the Kindle type application so you can get the Amazon ebooks that you can get on their Kindle. So this way you don't have to have 2 separate devices. While it may cut into the Kindle sales, the Amazon makes much more profit on their apps and ebooks than they would on the actual sales of the Kindle, so I don't think they're too worried about this. The more they can open up the apps and the ebooks, the actual more profit they'll make, so good for them. This one, I'll tell you, this one, and I'm going to get a little bit on a pedestal here, or a soapbox, or whatever you want to call it. The Department of Transportation in Washington, D.C. wants cell phone limits on railroad operators, and that's great. My question is, why are they even discussing this? They want to prohibit improper use of electronic devices by on-duty railroad operators, and they want to bar them from using the electronic devices if it interferes with performance of duties. What discussion is this here? Stop it. Just completely cut out and ban cell phone electronic use while the train is running. Period. If it's something that needs to be done, meaning if there's an emergency call that needs to be done, whatever it is, and you're the conductor or the operator of the train, stop the train. Seriously, I guarantee as a passenger, I'd rather have the train stopped, or if it's obviously if it's a freight train, there's nobody. I understand they're on time frames, but there's nobody to complain about stopping. But I'd rather it stopped, and somebody tell me the conductor got an emergency phone call he had to take. He stopped the train to make sure everything was okay. I would much rather have them say that than have us say we almost crashed there because he was on a cell phone, or he was on a laptop, or something like that. There should be no discussion here. This is it. Bar it, get it done with. Any public transportation, this should be a no-brainer. I mean, honestly, I sell cell phones. I've been selling cell phones for years. I barely use mine in the car, and when I do, it's always with a Bluetooth device, and that's the only way it should ever be used. There also, and I don't know if this has been a technology thing or why it just takes so long, but Congress passed legislation requiring rail companies to install computer systems by the end of 2015 to stop trains on a collision course. Well, if they have the technology now, and I don't know if they do or not, but if they do, they get it into them by the end of 2010 rather than 2015. I mean, some of the stuff that they have to discuss to death are going to kill people before it's discussed and put in. So, sorry, I don't mean to get angry, but some of these things just really, I don't understand. Maybe somebody can explain. You know what? If you have the answers to it, please send it to blog questions at PhoneScholar.com. I'll be happy to take a look at it, or comment to my video or any of the stories, and maybe you can explain it better than I can, and then I'll go ahead and re-explain it on the next blog. Okay, is that fair? Consumers are happier about their cell service than their carriers. 72% of the customers surveyed by the American Consumer Satisfaction Index said they were satisfied or happy with their cell service and their cell company, which is actually up 4% from last year. Verizon and T-Mobile topped it at 73%, then Sprint at 70%, which was up 11 points, which is a huge jump, and then at&t was at 69%. There's a plus or minus factors here at 3%, and this is the first time that all 4 major carriers were basically in that same area. So it looks like everybody's doing a pretty good job. If you check out the J.D. Power and Associate Awards, that'll kind of mirror this. So they're all doing pretty good jobs. Can they do better? Yes, but for the most part, they're opening up call centers. They're helping out people. So run with it, and then check them out, and then just see which is best for you. So under categories, check out at&t Mobility hits the gas. They're upgrading their 3G network to HSPA+. Right now they run on Edge and HSPA, and all it means is faster. That's it just means faster, and this is an upgrade until they roll out their 4G, which again is just going to be faster and give you the opportunity to download and do more things. There's one more thing about prepaid called Prepaid-A-Palooza. It's a real good article that kind of sums up and gives you a timeline of the prepaid that isn't really going to work this time, because last time the prepaid kind of went nuts. As soon as the economy and money started coming back, the prepaid went back in the toilet and they weren't selling any. Well, this time, since they're offering basically the same things as the contracted stuff is, I think, according to the article, and I agree, it's going to stick and keep growing. In that same vein, T-Mobile cut it unlimited prepaid to $50. Check out the article. And then Verizon 4G phones coming May of 2011. They're planning on rolling out their 4G network at the end of this year, and then the phones will be to follow. For all other information, check out www.phonescholar.com. I will talk to you tomorrow.